Okay, hey, everybody. All right, I'm going to. Okay, hey. Oh Lord, hold on for a second. I'm trying to be my moderator. All right, I'm going to. Okay, hey. Oh Lord, hold on for a second. I'm trying to be my moderator. All right, I'm. All right. So my name is Twala Cole. For those of you who may be viewing me, that's new, and my channel is all about, it's about fashion, hauls, beauty, reviews, and I give a good word of encouragement at times. Okay. So this evening, um, I'm going to be doing a topic on, I'm going to be talking about can men and women just be friends, okay? So I'm going to be talking about that. Now, if you guys have questions or you want to make comments, feel free to do it. I don't have anyone, I'm going to try to answer you guys' questions as I go along. I'm kind of new at the live. I have tried to do lives before, but I didn't stay that long. But just bear with me. Okay. All right. So, my take on it, can men and women just be friends? All right. So, the first thing I would say to that is let me just kind of wait till people come in. I don't want to be repeating myself. If anyone is in the chat or you're coming in the chat, just say hi so I can know that you are on. I don't want to start talking and have to be repeating myself. All right, I'm just going to start the topic and whoever comes in, come in. All right, so the topic is, can men and women just be friends? Okay, so when you are um with any friendship, you have to you kind of like think about, why are you making this person your friend? Do me and this person have something in common? um do I really like, the companionship or the friendship or the engagement that me and this person have? That's normal. That's what you do when you are building friendships with people, right? You build friendships with people that maybe you and that person have something in common. Maybe you like being around that person. You could see that you and that person can have a great time together. Okay, so that's natural when you're building a relationship. That's natural. Now, when you are, hey, how you doing? Hi. So that's natural when you're building a relationship, okay? But now, when you're building a relationship with someone of the opposite sex, okay? You have to be true to yourself. And this is just my take, okay? Not everybody shares the same opinion. So I'm not saying this is like the be all of the be all, and what I'm saying is the be all of the be all, okay? This is just my take, and we're open for a discussion, okay? And you can give your opinion. Hey, how you guys doing? So I'm going to be talking and trying to answer back you guys at the same time. Because, all right. Okay, so can a man and a woman be friends in a relationship? Okay, so here's the thing. If you're trying to build a relationship, like I said, this is just my opinion. If you're trying to build a relationship with someone of the opposite sex, right? You got to be honest with yourself from the get go before you even build on this relationship. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to, determine, hey, Nicole, you have to determine, why am I really trying to build this relationship with this person? Okay? You do that even, on a regular. Because you want to build friendships that you can get something out of, whether it be good companionship, whether it be someone to, just to laugh with, someone just to build memories with, right? But when it is of the opposite sex, you have to say to yourself, why am I trying to build this relationship? The reason why you have to ask yourself that question and be very honest about it is because we as women, we have these emotions, you understand, that we deal with, and we are sensitive, and we can grow feelings, and for that person. So we have to be honest, and we have to make sure that it's really coming from a good place. You have to make sure that you're like, you know what, nah, this is just a person that I just want to have a friendship with, and we get along, whatever the case may be. And you have to be pure about that, and you have to be honest with yourself. Only you know yourself, and only you know why you do what you do. So you have to make sure that you're connecting with this person is only for the sake of really just being friends. No, you know what? I just really like this person. We really get along. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very honest. Now, listen to me very carefully. All right, let me try to read what you guys are saying. Feelings, I wish I can turn off. Yeah. Exactly. Feelings, me too. Hey, Frank, I wish we could turn them off too, but unfortunately we can't. And we got to be honest with ourselves. You understand that we can't. We can, if it's somebody that we don't have a hidden agenda. And let me explain that. If it's somebody that we don't have a hidden agenda for, we can be cool, we can be with that person, we can laugh and talk, and it ain't going nowhere. And that's why I said to be very honest with yourself. You understand, when you're making this connection with the person of the opposite sex, okay? Because if you are making this connection because deep down on the inside, you are attracted, you're like, yo, homeboy he look good. Or if you're like, yo, she look good. You understand? And you secretly love how they look physically. And it's like every time you see them, you're like, yo, yeah, no, don't even go there. Do not even try to make it, a friendship, because I'm telling you, Your space that you're starting from is not, you're not really being truthful with yourself on why you want to make this person a friend. And especially, hey Cole, hey everybody, I want to say hi to everybody. Thank you for joining the live. You're not being honest with yourself on why you're making the connection with this person, okay? If you are like, here's another thing. If you are if you're in a relationship with someone and you're not getting everything that you need out of that relationship, and you're now trying to fulfill what you're not getting out of your relationship, and you're trying to fulfill it with this person that you are supposed to be friends with, or you're trying to make friends with, this is going to be a big problem. This is going to be a problem. I'm going to tell you right now, it is going to get out of control, because here's the thing. You know within yourself already that you're lacking something in your relationship at home or your relationship with someone else. You know already that you're not being fulfilled in that relationship, okay? And what we do is we do something that is called testing the waters. That means we see how far we can really go. That's what we tell ourselves. We see how far we can really go without actually doing, the ultimate, without having sex. That's what we tell ourselves. Oh, you know what, I'm definitely not gonna sleep with this person. I'm definitely not gonna cross that line, and I don't like him, I don't like her. I just like, because we just laugh together and stuff like that. When in reality, you know that you are attracted to the person. And when you know that this person maybe is giving you attention that you're not maybe getting at home, or this person is just saying the right things to you. Hey, Carter's Eat. Hey, everybody. This person is saying the right thing, the things that you want to hear, and you're not necessarily hearing it from your significant other. The only thing that you're doing is you're opening up a can of worms. You're opening up a can of worms that can really get out of control. And the thing is, when you really like somebody and you're really attracted to somebody, and you try to make friendships with them under the pretense that you just want them as your friend, and you're not thinking about it, you're not thinking about it no other type of way. The only person that you really fool is yourself. And like I said, when people get into a relationship, even if they call it the friends, friends, if you are attracted to that person and you guys are spending time together, that's the thing, you guys. When you start spending time with somebody and you already, thirsty of something that you're not getting at home, and you're thirsty, you're just thirsty because you're just not, your partner at home is just not doing it for you anymore. It could be anything. It could be you guys are just, it could be maybe you're tired of each other, or maybe you're not, spicing up the relationship, or maybe the person, maybe you feel that you've outgrown the person, or maybe you feel like, ooh, I just want to be adventurous and try something new. Whatever the case may be, the thing is that this new person that you are considering, this new person that you are considering making friends with, you guys, when you spend, because that's what relationship is about, guys. Relationship is about spending time with somebody. That's what it's about. And when you spend time with somebody who you so-called is just going to be friends, listen, if you cross certain boundaries, it's definitely going to get into a relationship, you understand, that may go sour, that probably is not going to work out. And especially if you married, you guys, if you married and stuff, these are not the type of games to play. These are not the type of games to play. You're spending time with that individual. When you first meet somebody, it's called the honeymoon phase. So when you first meet somebody, guess what? They can't do no wrong. Everything they say is so funny. Oh, they're so smart. Oh my God, they speak to me. They know me. They know what I need. I don't know how they know, but they just know me. And listen, that's the honeymoon. That's right there. That's the honeymoon phase. You understand? And of course, you don't know, you haven't slept with this person. You understand? You're just learning them. So, guess what? It's new, it's exciting. Let me tell you something. This person probably ain't talking about nothing, ain't saying nothing that you haven't heard, but it's just the point that it's interesting, it's new. You have not been with this person sexually, and you're just so intrigued and you're very excited. But guess what? This too shall get old. This too shall get old. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes when you get hooked up with that person that's supposed to be just your friend, sometimes when you get hooked up with that person and after y'all do whatever after maybe say after you have sex and all that stuff like that, then guess what? The true colors come out. You see the person for who they really are. And the next thing you know, the same problems with the one you got at home is the same problems that this individual have. And then guess what? Sometimes when you first meeting that person, everything that they do is like, oh my God, they so cool. Look at him, he got that swag. Oh my God, look at her, she got that swag. Look, she looks so good, blah, blah, blah. Then after you sleep with the person, then guess what? It's like all that stuff go out the window. Then guess what? Mr. Goofy shows up. Mr. Swag that you thought was so swag and so different, and he spoke to you. All of a sudden, the true colors come up, and Mr. Goofy comes up, or Miss Goofy comes up. And the same situations and problems that you may have at home, you start to see them in this individual. You understand? Can somebody be friends with someone who's of the opposite sex? Yes, if your intentions are pure. If you really going into it with, this person is just really a fun person. This person, is really nice. You have no intentions. You don't have no secret intentions. You don't have a hidden agenda. If it's just that, you're like, this person's just mad cool. We click, we get along. And if there's no hidden agenda, then yes, possibly it can work. But even with that, you have to be careful, because here's the thing: when you have to be wise in that relationship, and you have to make sure that you don't cross boundaries. You have to make sure that you don't cross boundaries. Okay, Frank, I'm going to answer your question. You said if you're not in the relationship, okay? I'm going to answer that. But listen, if you just see somebody as, yes, I really like this person's friend, you don't have no hidden agenda, that's great. But listen, as you start to spend time with that person, you build a relationship with that person. And that's when you have to watch, you have to have boundaries and make sure that you don't cross certain boundaries. You understand? Like, here's some of the boundaries that you should not cross. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Are you guys still there? Here's some of the boundaries that you should not cross, okay? If you go into a relationship with an opposite sex as just friends, right? And you have no hidden agenda, but you guys start to spend time with each other and you realize, we really got a mad cool relationship. This is what you don't do. You don't start spending late nights with that person. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it, because you're going to definitely ruin a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? Also, don't cross boundaries with the touchy feelings. Oh God, you're so cool. Oh, you falling all on the person. You jumping all in their lap and everything. Every minute you giving them hug. Certain boundaries that you should not cross. And all of those things will lead to something. When your mind start going sideways like that, look, cut it. You understand? There's certain boundaries. It's just like when you have A girl, when you have a friend who's of the same sex, right? There's certain you have boundaries with that. There are certain things that you don't do in that relationship. True or not true, you guys? True or not true? When you just have your friend of the same sex, there's certain that you respect it. You don't call them after a certain time because you're like, you know what? Maybe they're asleep. You don't go past their house without expecting them to know that there's a protocol. There's a friend code when it comes to the opposite sex. You understand? And lots of times we don't use that friend code. And then that's when a really good friend who's just really a good friend who's of the opposite sex, that's when it turns sour. Because you cross certain boundaries that you should not cross. You sometimes when you have a friend of the opposite sex, you know what happens? All of a sudden, you kind of almost become like a control freak. It's like, oh, if they have friends, if your friend who's of the opposite sex starts to find interest in someone else, all of a sudden it's like, yo, that's my friend. Where's she? What's she doing? What's she doing? She ain't right for him. I'ma tell him no. Now you crossing a boundary. Now you're crossing a boundary. And that's when you know, wait a minute, let me check my feelings because right now I'm doing a little bit too much. When you start to feel stuff like that, when you want to tell him, when you start to feel a little jealous, you want to tell, oh, she ain't good for you. Why are you eating? When you start to just doing stuff like that, you understand? And you're doing too much huggy and kissy and falling and want to sit on the lap and do all of that stuff. Or talking about this, just my job, husband, and all that stuff like that. You now you turning it into you're asking for trouble. You're barking up the wrong tree. Okay, so Frank, you said, um, what if if you're not in a relationship with somebody and you have a friend who's of the opposite sex? Okay, okay, so I see you said that you always be put into the friend zone. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. If you're not in a relationship with somebody and you have women that are friends, then that's just what it really is. It's that, okay, they're just friends, and you should just keep it as that and not really, try to make it into something more unless you and that friend have a mutual feeling and agreement and y'all not in relationships with other people and you guys have that mutual agreement with one another, then guess what? You grown. And if that's what you want to do, then that's when it's okay. That it's okay. Like if you have a friend and then all of a sudden you guys find out that you are attracted to each other more than friends and you don't have no one and that person don't have no one and you guys come to that conclusion, then it's cool. You understand? You grown, then you do that. You know what I'm saying? Um, when you always get into the friend zone, what you have to do in cases like that, Frank, is that if you're interested in someone and you know that you're interested in that individual, and that you really ain't trying to go into the friend zone with that person, you need to be honest and let them know straight up. Listen, listen, honey, I'm not trying to be friend zoned. I'm not. As long as that person don't have a relationship with somebody else and they're single, you understand, and you find that you like that person, then you let them know straight up, yo, I'm interested in it. Okay, I see you said I have. So then if you've told that person that and they put you in the friend zone, then what you do, Frank, is you move on. You just get that out your mind. If you want to continue to be friends with that person and you feel that you can, then you continue to be friends. If you feel like, no, I can't because I just really, I like her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, then you continue to be friends with that person. You know what I'm saying? But then if you are looking for a relationship with someone, You understand? Then you just let them know from the beginning, hey, I'm interested. I don't want to be friend zoned. You said it doesn't work. It doesn't work when you try that. Well, you know what, Freak? What you have to do is you have to go to places, you understand? Or maybe join groups with people who have the same interest as you do. Start to, especially like on Facebook and now and all over, they have groups, all type of groups, people who share the same interests. You understand? People who share the same interests, they have different type of groups. So maybe you need to join some type of group or something, like even in where you live at. They have all type of stuff. They have meet and greets. They do so many different things. Maybe you need to check out those type of things. You understand, where it's already set up for people who are there to meet people. You understand that that's the whole point of the group. That's the whole point, is so you have to try to find people who are like-minded like you, people who shares the same interest as you, and then try to build a relationship like that. Because listen, there's somebody for everybody. Trust and believe. Is if it hasn't happened to you yet, guess what you got to do? You got to change the course in the way that you are handling it. I tell you guys a story. Y'all want to hear a story? Whoever's left in here, say yes. Yes, Sister Cole, tell the story. I tell you guys, I'm going to tell you a story. Who wants to hear it? Anybody? Anybody at all? I'll tell you a story. Okay, let me tell the story anyway. Frank and everybody that's in here. All right, this is how it works. Listen, there was this individual. You may have heard this story before, but I'm going to get to a point. There's a point to this story. All right, so here's the story. There was this individual that was walking to work every day. Let's say she was walking to work every day. Okay. And every day when she walked to work, there was this big old hole. She had to pass this hole every time she walked to work. So when she would walk, she would fall into the hole Monday, fall into the hole Tuesday, fall into the hole Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And she did this, for a period of time. She just kept going to work, falling in the hole, knowing that the hole was there, but she just kept falling in the hole. Until one day when she started to go to work, she was like, not today. I'm not going to fall in that hole today. So you know what she did, Frank? She walked around the hole and proceeded to go to work. The moral of the story is that if you are trying to meet someone, and anybody else that this refers to, if you're trying to meet someone using the same old tricks and using the same old thing that you do, you got to switch it up. You have to switch it up. You understand? Because if you do the same thing, it's going to render the same results, which is zero, which is nothing. But you got to switch it up because you come to a realization that, this is not working. So you switch it up. You know what I'm saying, Frank? So what does that mean? That means that, be like, look, I'm tired of being friend zoned. I'm tired of being friend zoned. This is not working for me. No, sir, it's not working. So what do? Switch it up. Join some groups with people who are like-minded as you. People where it is known off the top that, hey, we are here because we're trying to get in a relationship. Join some of those things. You understand? And see. And that's good. That's good, Frank, that you come to the table being honest. That's really good. But guess what? Come to a different table. Try something different. Try something different. All right. And you guys, those of you that getting back to our topic, those of you, can men and women be friends of the same um gender? Can you like can a woman really have a friend that's a man? Can a man really have a friend that's a woman? I would say again, yes, if you're pure in this friendship. Yes, if you don't have a hidden agenda. Yes, if you're just looking for a friend. And if you do friend someone of the opposite sex, make sure that that friendship is done with boundaries. Make sure that you don't cross certain boundaries, because if you cross certain boundaries, then that pure relationship is going to turn into something messy. Okay? So, what am I saying here? If you friend someone of the opposite sex, make sure it's pure. What do I mean by that? Do not be saying in the back of your mind, if you're saying stuff like, yo, she look good. Yo, he look good. And if every time you seeing that person, you sitting under your breath, hey, and then you just eyeballing that person throughout the day. Every time you just over there like, and if you got if you had, that's called hidden agenda. I dare somebody to type hidden agenda. That's a hidden agenda. If you got those type of agenda going on, and you talking about making this person just your friend, no, that's a hidden agenda. Don't do it. That means that because you already attracted to that person sexually. And what do you think is going to happen if you are attracted to this person sexually and you call yourself just being friends, and then you start spending time with this person? Where do you think that sexual attention is going to go? Well, you think it's going to disappear? It's going to go somewhere? No, it's not. The more time you spend with that person is the more time you're going to sit up there talking about, he just make me laugh. She's just making me laugh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He knows me. She know me. How did he know that? How did he know that? Oh my God. He is speaking to me. He's speaking into my spirit. You're going to start doing all that stuff. You understand? And the next thing you know, what's going to happen? It's going to go into something. Then you're going to start crossing boundaries. As I stated earlier, you're going to start crossing boundaries because now you're spending time with that person. You are building a relationship with that person. You got into the relationship with a hidden agenda because you already thought they was sexy as hell. So you done got into the relationship with a hidden agenda. The only thing that's going to happen is that agenda is just going to grow, and then you're going to get into something that's going to be very messy. And just remember, we nice to each other when we first meet in a person. Remember, we can't see no wrong because you understand, it's new, it's fresh. They look good. Hey, Paula, they're sexy. So you don't see nothing wrong with that individual. Have you guys ever dated somebody and after you got into the relationship with them, then you saw them for what they really were, and then you realized they wasn't even your type? Why you didn't see that at first? Well, because it was new, it was fresh. You understand? You was thirsty. You understand? Because that's how we be. You understand? We be thirsty when we first meet somebody. We be thirsty. Yo, they look good. And then after you get into that relationship with us, you realize, yo, they weren't even my type. What was wrong with me? You know what was wrong with you? It's called lust. It's called lust. And you guess what? We all can fall into that. So that's why we have to be wise and smart. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. You understand? If your intentions are pure, you're not thinking about that person sexually, and you're not, crossing boundaries, then by all means, you're good. When I say cross boundaries, let me just repeat it again. Crossing boundaries mean you're not spending time with that person overnight. You're not showing up. You're not going to that person's house, just sitting up in that person's house. You understand? You're not throwing yourself, because you know how we be doing. You know how we be doing. After you call that person your friend, all of a sudden, you just do stuff, that my friend. Next thing you know, you laying in they, you jumping on their lap, you hugging them, you giving them little kisses, you rubbing all on them, you touchy feely. That's crossing boundaries. That's crossing boundaries. And like I stated earlier, when we have friends, our friends of the same sex or whatever, we don't be doing that. We don't cross those boundaries. Am I lying? True or not true? We're not going to their house late at night. We like, oh, she may be asleep. Let me just, no, I'm not going to do that. Let me call her before I come. Like I stated earlier, let me not get into her personal space because we do that with each other. We don't be sitting up there say like this is the individual and this is our friend of the same sex. Y'all know we don't be sitting up there talking about, hey, Margaret, how you doing? Do we do that? Do we do that to our friends? No. How you doing, girl? We don't be doing that because we are respecting that person's personal space. But no, when we get into these relationships with people of the opposite sex, sometimes we don't do that. We start crossing boundaries. We up in their face. Hey Charlie. How you doing? Oh, you got something right there on your face. Let me get it all for you. And then we like swinging in their laps, go fall in their lap and everything, talking about and all that stuff. Come on, stop. These are boundaries. When you start to cross those boundaries, then you're looking for something. Don't do it. It's messy. Worse if you're married and in a relationship. The only thing you're doing is opening up a can of worms. You open up a can of worms. You understand? Don't do it. If you know that you are sexually attracted to that person, and the whole reason that you got into the relationship with that person is because you was attracted to them. You got to be honest with yourself. Don't play games. Sometimes we play a lot of games. No, I don't like him like that. And daggone good well, you sitting at home at nighttime, you can't even get a good sleep because you sitting up there worried about them biceps and triceps and those and how he look in those nice form-fitting pants or how she look in those nice form-fitting pants and those low-cut shirts. You sit up there dreaming about it at night. And every time, no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't like her. I don't like him. And you wear it, if you have a husband, it's worse because you wear it that you calling the person's name out, Johnny, while you sleep. Stop playing. Stop playing games, y'all. Come on, y'all. We got to be true to ourselves. You understand? Worse if the person is giving you a lot of attention that you're not getting that attention. You're not getting that attention at home. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, well, yo, I like how you look in them jeans. Yo, you look good in them jeans. Ma, that's what they say up here in New York. Yo, ma, you look good in them jeans. And you're like, stop. Like, nip it in the bud before it gets out of control. You understand? Maybe you're not getting that at home. Because you know how it is in relationships. Sometimes we drop off the wagon. We jump off and drop off the wagon and don't give each other the attention. You understand what I'm saying? So now we thirsty. And we out there and we trying to get it from other people. Or other people will start noticing. And the next, don't even, I'm telling you right now, don't even do it to yourself because then you mess up a good thing at home. Maybe at home, Zaddy is not giving you the attention, but you got a good relationship. You got a good wife, you got a good husband, or you got a good boyfriend. But maybe maybe they're not telling you every day the way they should, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean to go mash up your relationship just because Zaddy ain't tell you look good in them jeans. No, ma'am. No, sir. What you do is you go home and you start it. Zaddy, you ain't tell me I look good in a long time, and you just spice it up and make it do what it do. Don't go on your job or somebody down the street in your neighborhood or wherever, Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and up there and try to get, meet somebody of the opposite sex. And then next thing you know, you didn't fail, because these emotions that we have, they will trick us every time, you guys. I'm telling you right now, these little emotions we got, they will trick us every time. These little emotions will tell you missing something. You are missing something. Do you. Go do you, girl. You deserve it. Go do you. Let me tell you, do yous will get you jacked up, hacked up, and messed up. Now listen, if you grown and you want to do this, that's up to you. But like I said, this is just my opinion. You understand? This ain't the be all of be all. You understand? So this is just my little opinion. You understand? And you people do what they want to do. But a word from the wise, I'm telling you, it's not worth it, you guys. Listen to me. We grown folks. At the end of the day, what is it that you're going to get out of it? Yeah, you get into this relationship with somebody. You had a hidden agenda. What you gonna get out of sex? Listen to me, guys. Sex ain't everything. So you understand? It's not everything. So you got to have a little control of yourself. And it's not everything to be like, oh, I don't care. I'm gonna do me. I ain't even gonna think straight right now. I need to do what I need to do because right now, whatever. You trust me, it comes with responsibility. Every choice that you make, there's cause, effect. Every choice that you make will have a situation that follows. And that's the reason why we have to operate in self-control. I dare somebody to type self-control. You got to operate in self-control. You can't just get out of control and just be, all willy-nilly. Oh, and look, let us not forget, the responsibility that comes with sex. All right, let me read what y'all saying. Okay, Paula said, you're so right. That happens. Yes, yes. And Frank, you said people got secrets coming into a friendship and it comes into a relationship. Facts. Yeah, people do. Listen, people come into relationships for all sorts of reasons too. Young boys do that, not real grown adult men will do what? I don't know, Frank. There's a lot of adult grown men. There's a lot of adult grown men and women who are making these choices. It's not only young people. There's grown adult people that are making these choices too. You understand? Listen to me. You guys, like I said, every choice that you make, it has a return. And you just got to be wise and smart on the choices that you make. Yes, all ages. Yes, yes, ma'am. You got to be wise on the choices that you make, and you got to operate in self-control. You understand? Because listen, when you start to allow your emotions and feelings to have control over you, when you start to let it have control over you, you know what you're like? You are like a ship without a sail. Let's say it together. You're like a ship without a sail. You know what that means? A ship without a sail, if it doesn't have a sail, it goes like this. It's every wind that comes, it's like, it's all over the place. That's what happens when you don't have control over your emotions. You be all over the place and you make choices that you have to pay for at the end. And when I hear people say stuff like, I'm just gonna do me right now because this is just what this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna be with this person and I'm just gonna lay there because right now, I need sex. I need to, I need to do me. I need to do me. And listen to me very carefully. It's not wise to make that type of choice because 9 times out of 10, when you open yourself up to somebody, these feelings and emotions, you get caught into these feelings and emotions. And then the next thing you know, either one of that person may not be serious. They may not be thinking about you like that. They may have been like, yo, shorty look good. Good. I'm gonna hook up with shorty. And then guess what? That's all it was. It's just a hook. To them, it's just a hookup. To you, you done already married the person in your mind. yo, he look good. I'm gonna be friends with him because he, you know what, he look good. You thinking about the person. Next thing you know, you keying and you keying, and the next thing you know, y'all done made up. You done sat there, you done had sex and everything. Meanwhile, the person that you had sex with was only thinking of it as sex. But now your emotions and everything and got into it, and you want more. Now you done got yourself into something, you understand, that now you gotta like pull yourself down. And listen, we can say what we want to say. People can be like, no, not me, because I'll just cut. I know how to cut somebody off because I'm like that. I'm just in there and I'm going to get what I want to get. Okay, maybe you can, but let's be true. That's one thing I love. I love when people are true to themselves. You know yourself. I know myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know yourself. Be true to yourself. And you know, usually our conscious, it speaks to us and it tells us, don't do that. But we override it. And when we go ahead and make choices because it feel good. And listen, you guys, we got to be careful of that feel good syndrome. Doing stuff because it's feel good. Because not everything that feel good is good for you. And when I say feel good, I'm not only talking about sex. I'm talking about doing things that feel good. You understand? I'm going to get into this relationship with this person any old way, even when I know already from the jump that I find them so sexually attractive. When I'm sitting up there dreaming about them, when I'm thinking about them, when you have that hidden agenda, but it feels good, so you just go with the flow. No. I'm telling you, don't do it. Because it's especially if you're married, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody, because guess what, sometimes you can mess up a good thing, all because of these emotions and feelings, you understand, and all because, and listen, let me tell you something. When you first meet somebody and that person, you understand, y'all laughing, you're kikiing, and it feels so good. Listen, guys, everything is like that. It's just like if a child gets a brand new toy. If a child gets a brand new toy, they're like, ooh, it's the best toy in the world. Go check that same child about an hour later. About 2 hours later, they done with it because they have already examined it, touched it, felt it, got to be one with it, know it. And now, guess what? It's the same way, honey. When you meet that person, you understand, of the opposite sex, and you already think they look good. You already got a little agenda in your head. It's the same way. After you finish kikiing, it's something about laying down and having sex with the individual. It's something about that because guess what? After some people get that, that's it. They're not interested in anything else. Guess what? The fun is over with. The chase is over with. Because that's what it is sometimes. The chase is over. And please don't feel like, you guys, honestly, some people make this mistake. Please don't feel like you got that snap back. You got that snap back that's better than, and do y'all know what I mean when I say snap back? Do y'all know what I mean when I say that? Anybody? Anybody want to type it? Anybody, is you guys still here? Y'all listening? Sometimes when you feel like, you know what? And we grown. Okay, so it's okay if but I'm going to say something right now, all right? Snapback means don't think that you got the vagina of all vaginas, or you have the penis of all penis, where, once somebody gets this, they can't refuse it and they don't want nobody else. Please, you're fooling yourself. Hey, Curvy Key. You're fooling yourself. Yeah, you're fooling yourself if you really think like your private parts, your vagina or your penis gonna hold somebody. Please, that don't work. You understand what I'm saying? Because you want to know why? You guys want to know why? Because we are people, the human race, us as people, we are never satisfied. We always want, and want. We are never satisfied as people. We always want. We want more. You understand? And that's why when you're in a relationship, it takes work. Because you always getting tired. You're always, feeling like, oh, I'm so bored. Oh my God, this is lame. This is so old. Oh, they're not doing what I want them to do. You're going to always, because as people, as a rule, we are never satisfied as people. So guess what? You can have the greatest sex in the world, and you can have the greatest tools for sex, your vagina or your penis. You understand? It could be great. It could be, yes, you can lay it down. You can do it. So you can do all of that. But because as people, because we are never satisfied, we always looking for the next best thing. So that's why it's not good to make premature choices. It's not good to make premature choices when you first meet somebody, or to make friends of someone in the opposite sex and you know already that you got a hidden agenda for that person. It's not good to make these premature. I dare somebody to type premature. It's not good to make those premature choices, because premature choices, they turn into premature results. You understand? Every choice that you make is going to come back with a return. And that return can be good or it could be bad. You understand what I'm saying? It's up to you. I know life is just it's annoying, right? Because we have to always watch what we say, watch what we do. We have to maintain this thing called life, you guys. And I know it gets annoying because sometimes we want to live haphazardly. We just want to we just want to just make choices without thinking because we want to feel good. We want excitement. We just want to party and have a good time. I know we feel like that sometimes. And because we feel like that, we just want to jump into and just make choices without even thinking. You understand? But listen, you guys, let me tell you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, because those choices, yes, Fala, I do remember saying about the grass. The grass sometimes is not greener on the other side. That's facts. Those choices that we make haphazardly, those choices that we make, I just want to feel good. And it kills me because I see, people who do it. I've done it in my past. And it's like, you just feel like, oh, I'm doing me. I'm being grown. This is grown folks stuff. Yeah, okay. But guess what? Sometimes grown folks don't make grown folks decision. And making choices haphazardly is not being grown. It's not. It's being foolish, you guys. What you guys tell me? What do you think? Do y'all think it's true? Do you think it's true? You understand? Do you think it's true? What do you guys think? Do you feel that you can have a relationship with the opposite sex without it turning into something, um without it turning into a relationship? Okay, so Curvy Key said no. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And listen, and like I said, the only way that it possibly could work is if you don't go in with a hidden agenda and you maintaining you're maintaining your emotions. If you're good at doing that, then I don't know. But from experience, I'm telling you, it usually turns into something sexual. You understand? Yeah, or it turns into a short-lived relationship. You understand? Because listen, a lot of times when we make those choices, it's based off of premature. You understand? Oh, he's so funny, or she's so funny. Oh, he looks so good. She looks so good. He just gets me. He knows me. Of course, they get you and know you because they want to get to know you. That's the reason why. You understand? You ever notice people can be real good to you when they just first meeting you, and can be real patient and everything because there's an agenda. There's an agenda. All right, so Curvy Key, you said, I had a guy friend, we ended up dating, and he was a hot mess. Yes, ma'am. I ended it, and it ended our friendship too. Yep. And that's what generally happens because you go into the relationship think, premature. And remember, when you first meet that person, everybody is gonna, you're gonna think things is funny. You're gonna be attracted to that person because you don't know them. And remember, that person is going to be really cool and very patient with you because y'all just first meeting them. And they're going to have all those good conversations with you. You understand? They're going to tell you everything that you want to hear because there's a hidden agenda. You understand? Or because you guys are attracted. It's the honeymoon stage. You understand? They could be the most impatient person. They could be a control freak. You understand? They could be a domestic violence type person. It could be anything, but you're first meeting them and they know how to control that until y'all cross those boundaries. And then when you cross those boundaries, as in having sex, guess what? Then the true colors come out. Then you see the person for who they really are. You guys understand what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I don't go into a relationship, you understand, under the false pretenses of, oh, we just going to be friends. You understand? Under those false pretenses. Like I said, if you don't have those if you're not checking that person, if you don't have that hidden agenda where you're like, yo, he fine as hell, yo, she looks so good, if you and you dreaming about that person, thinking about that person, if you don't have those type of thoughts and that person is just somebody that, okay, is just a friend and you're not crossing any boundaries, like I said before, touchy feeling, going over that person's house, especially at nighttime, always feeling and touching, jumping in that person's then you crossing boundaries. You're crossing boundaries that is going to, that's going to end up sexual. You understand? If you don't have that type of thing and you have control over yourself, then maybe, I don't know. But I'm telling you, not you guys, you know. Okay, let me read some of y'all's things. Okay. So Curvy, you said, "Oh my gosh, my ex fiance laugh aloud. It was good at first, then all hell broke loose." Paula, a ship without a sail. I don't like to be somebody's puppet. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You don't want to be somebody's puppet, right? And yes, you guys, it'd be good at first. I'm telling you, it'd be good at first, but that's why I say no. Like I was telling Frank in the beginning, if you're going to get into a relationship with somebody with the opposite sex and you're looking for a relationship, be honest. Call a spade a spade. Let it be what it is. You understand? Don't do it under the pretenses of you my friend when you know there's a hidden agenda. If you grown. If it's somebody that you like and you're not in a relationship, if you are married and you relate in a relationship, don't do it. Please don't do it. But if you are single and you know that you like this person, be honest. You're grown. Yo, I feel like let's go out. Let's get to know each other better. And listen, when you get to know when you're trying to get to know somebody, don't wear your feelings on your sleeve. And don't be that type of person. Listen, take it easy. Type it, you guys. Take it easy. Don't be the type of person to where you're like, you just meeting this person, you understand? And you come out, you say, you're being truthful. You ain't trying to friend zone the person when you know daggone good and well, yo, he look good. Yo, she look good. You know that you already think they're attractive. Be straight up, yo. Let's get to know. When you guys decide, yes, we just gonna, try to take it easy. Do not already have that person as your husband or your wife. Cause see, yeah, sometimes we make that mistake. Yo, that my man. That my man. No, don't do that. Take your time. Be easy. You're trying to get to know the person. Find out who this person really is before your heart gets, Yeah, yes, please don't do friends with benefits. Now you're doing too much. You can't, listen, the older folks, they knew what they was talking about. You can't be giving up the daggone milk for free. It stands to this day, y'all. That stand. Don't be like, oh, this is 2023, and people is listen. It may be 2023, but people are still people, and we still have these things called emotions. Okay, so you guys don't jump so into it. I'm in love. Girl, I'm in love. Be on the phone with y'all friends. You guys, I'm very what is the word? I'm very not mechanical, but I know when I talk, I just like to do these demonstrations. I'm sorry, I can't help it, and I do these voices and stuff. But listen, this is my phone. Don't be like, yo, Jackie, Jackie, girl. Ooh, I met him. He speaks to me. Yo, he told me everything that I was thinking about. He's doing everything that I like. I don't know. God sent me him. He sent me him because he is speaking to my spirit right now. Girl, I'm telling you, this is the one. No, and you only went out on 1 or 2 dates. Come on, don't do it to yourself. You know, when I'm good, I'm real good. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Susie Q? That little girl, Susie Q? It's a book, I think. When I'm good, I'm really good. But when I'm bad, I'm really bad. Anybody can pretend and act like they good and act like God done sent them. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. People can be really nice when they have to be nice. You understand? It's called the honeymoon stage. Curvy Key said that used to be me when I was younger. That's the honeymoon stage. No, get to know them. Sit down and have grown folks conversation. Don't sit there. You guys, should I do another demonstration? I can't help myself. All right. Say you on a date with the person. This is the other person, right? Say you on a date with this person. Okay. Are you guys with me so far? This is you and a person. Y'all on a date, okay? This is what you should not do. Okay, let me take my glasses off. This is what you should not do. Don't do this, y'all. Huh? What? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. No. 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 Don't do that. Don't fall for the old hype. Do not do that, you guys. Sitting up there, got your eyes back and you done felt. No, because they saying, little silly stuff. No, don't do that, you guys. This is what you need to be doing. All right, this is him or her, right? You need to be saying stuff like, oh, okay, so, tell me a little bit about yourself. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So what do you do? Uh-huh. Oh. You're an engineer. Oh, so what school did you go to? Really? Wow. Okay. Okay. What do you do for fun? Oh, you're grown. Grown people do grown conversations. You understand? What do? You have conversations, and you have conversations that are intentional. Conversations that are intentional. What does that mean? Conversations where you are finding out information about that person. And please make sure that person is trying to find out information about you. So you're having grown conversations, and you're being what? Intentional. You can type that, or you can write that down in a note. Put that somewhere. Put it somewhere we can see it. You be intentional, because now you're trying to find out, is this the type of person that I even want to have a relationship? What is this person bringing to the table? And I'm not only talking about those coins in that bag. Okay, yes, they need some coins in the bag, but that's not the only thing I'm talking about. I'm also talking about emotional. What type of emotional sense does this person have? You understand? How does this person treat his mama? What is his relationship with his mama? What is his relationship with his siblings? Have you had, here he is or here she is. So how long have you been friends with your friends? You're trying to find out, how do they build relationships? How do they keep up with their relationships? These is grown people have grown conversations. You don't let your feelings get all involved. No, because you got something. You are Inspector Gadget, honey. You are Inspector Gadget. We got a gadget on them. Gadget on them. That's what we got to do. You guys get it? gadget on them. That means you got to find, there's some things. There's some things you need to know about because you got places to go, people to see, things to do. Can this person fit in my agenda? Can this person roll and rock with me? Can they vibe with me? And the only way you're going to find that out is by having grown conversations. You understand? Not conversations like, all right, here we go with another example. This is him or her. These are the conversations not to have. Okay? Ma. First of all, dump them immediately if they're calling you ma. Because we grown. Call me by my name, please. Ma. Yo, I was just saying, yo, you looking mighty good in those daggone jeans. You wearing those jeans. Yo, when you walk past me, I was like, yo, she got me right. Yo, if the conversation is something like that, and then the next thing you know, y'all talking about, yo, I'm going to call you tonight because you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to be, talking to you because, I vibe with your vibe right now. Your vibe is vibing. Yo, you giving me. Yo, if the conversation is like that, let it go. Let it go. You need to let it go because that ain't going to lead into nothing but a big mess. You are absolutely right, Key. Automatically get up and leave. You understand? Because that's a no. That's a no right there. Paula, let's see what you say. Twala, this was very nice. I have to leave for work. All right. Okay. All right, Paula, thanks for stopping in. Thank you. Yeah, if they start the conversation like that, please don't even further because he didn't already, or he or she has already showed you their hand. They done showed you their hand already. And they done showed you that they up to no daggone good. That's a red flag. Please jump the boat. Get off the boat. Don't even get involved in it. You understand what I'm saying? If you are married and you are entertaining a relationship with the opposite sex and you guys are having these kind of conversations, that's what I call trying to get to the fire without, that's like moving towards the fire without getting burnt. Daggone good well, you're married or you're in a relationship and you should not be having these conversations. I can handle it. If you're saying that to yourself, I can handle it. It's nothing. Yes, it is something. It is something. Trust me, it's gonna lead into something else, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. If the conversation is right, you guys jump the sail. Don't jump it. You understand? Because that is not, you got to build a foundation. Getting into a relationship with somebody, you understand, of the opposite sex, you got to make sure that the foundation is good and that it's right and that you don't have hidden agenda. You understand? Especially if you're married and stuff like that. But if you are going to get into a relationship with somebody, you got to make sure the foundation is right. When you're building a house, they dig deep into the ground and they build the foundation so that the house can stand. That's the same way when you're in a relationship with somebody. You have to make sure that the foundation of that relationship, you have to make sure that it's deep. That foundation is deep. That means you get to know that person, know what they're about. You do that. You understand? And then if that foundation is deep, listen to me. If they start to fall off and they're like, listen, I've been talking to you for 3 days. If they start talking all that daggone stupid mess, then it's not the one. Because somebody that like you for you and who's really interested in you, they're going to hold the course until, you understand what I'm saying? They will, because they see you more than what you got in between your legs, man or woman. You understand? They see more. They see beyond that. You understand? They're intentional. They see a relationship. They see where they can build. They see you for you and not just some men don't see you for you or some women don't see you for you. They just see you as a big vagina. When they look at you, you look like a big vagina or you look like a big penis. That's how some people see you. That's facts. That's facts. If somebody sees you like a big penis or a big vagina, how are you going to build it? Some people, listen, y'all, that's not cute. Some people be thinking that stuff is cute. You understand? Oh, he dig me. Listen to me. Of course they gonna like your body. That ain't nothing. Of course they're gonna like your body. Of course, you know what I'm saying. When you lusty, of course that's nothing. That ain't nothing to write home to. That ain't nothing to tell mama about. That ain't a trophy. Yo, he liked me because look at this body right here. Look at this body, because you know I'm body. My body is bodying. That don't mean nothing. Look how many people's body is bodying. Look how many people look cute. Oh, he liked me because I look good. I'm so cute. Guess what? A lot of people, that's nothing. A lot of people look good. A lot of people's body is body, and that means absolutely nothing. It's what you got up here. It's what you have to offer. It's your heart. It's your, you understand? It's what you have to offer. What you have to offer that you can build on and build a foundation. You know, that's what counts, okay? So you guys, I will talk you half to death. I think I've been on for an hour because that was my goal. Um, you know, I really appreciate everyone that came into this live. You guys, did y'all give me a thumbs up? Please. And if you're watching me and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up, you guys. I really would appreciate that. And like I said, I appreciate everyone that came into this live and listened to me go on and on and on. I plan on trying to do these lives. Thank you to my friend Nicole, the Pisces Queen, and Danny. I thank you guys so much, you know, for giving me these ideas. You understand? And because I have to give credit due to where credit is due. They gave me Nicole gave me these topics, and it was Daddy's idea, like, hey, let's do these lives. And so I really appreciate that, because you always got to give people, you know, what's due to them. So I really appreciate that for the idea and everything. And everybody, I sincerely really appreciate you guys, okay? Because I'm trying to get them watch hours up. I really am. I have the subscriber count, but I don't have the watch hours. Okay. So, you guys, don't forget that you are blessed and highly favored. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I'll see you guys again. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay.